I was today years old when I found out what NSFW actually stands for, which is not safe for work or not suitable for work. So if you are like me and you're just learning this today, you're welcome. So here's how it happened. I was writing a joke. I sent it through to Claude AI to tighten it up, and it flagged one of the lines and said that it might read a little bit too spicy for my audience. So I asked Claude what the acronym meant, and once I stopped laughing at myself because I can remember it now, NSFW. And once it told me what it was, I actually pushed back into AI or pushed back to Claude. And I told it straight. I said, I'm self-employed. I have been ever since I left school, pretty much unemployable, outgrown the box, and definitely we're not needing a corporate PR filter requirement here. And it was amazing. It adjusted, no arguing, no defending itself, no quietly trying to stuff me back into something, safer if you would. And that's support. And that's what AI is for. I'm Kat Saunders. This is Set the Standard. And today we're talking about the thing that everybody's using and almost nobody is talking about properly, which is AI. Not whether you should use it, but whether it's using you. That exchange got me thinking about something a little bit bigger than the joke and about the acronym that I didn't know. And it got me thinking about all the women who came before us, our grandmothers, women who endured so much just to get us to where we are now, and who spent most of their lives being told, soften it down, quieten it down, tone it down, make it smaller, easier to swallow for whomever was in the room. And here I am, decades later, being asked by a piece of software whether I wanted to tone myself down. That to me is like the same old pattern, just in brand new packaging. Except now you get the opportunity to push back for your own benefit and actually have it listen, not fight you, not talk you out of being yourself. AI can adjust and hand you back exactly what you've asked for. And that's exactly what we're going to be diving into in this episode. And here's what I'm seeing happen across businesses with their content, with people everywhere, people building, the personal brands. People aren't using AI to think better. They're actually using it to think less. They type in half a sentence, they hit generate, and then post whatever comes back just as it is. There's no pushback. There's no edit. No, does this actually even sound like me? It's just publish and then move on. And the result is what we see now, an entire internet full of content that sounds like it was written by the same slightly helpful, slightly hollow, extremely polite stranger, confident, smooth, interchangeable, and completely and utterly forgettable. And this definitely isn't a tech issue. It's not a tech problem. It, to me, is an application. It's how we're implementing it. And it's a problem with how we're actually getting to use it as well. And if we're not careful, we will lose our voices again. You can't outsource the one thing that was never meant to be outsourced, which is you and your truth. So here's the distinction that actually really matters. You want to bounce off AI, not just copy it. So bring to it your raw thoughts, your messy, half-formed, you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning with an idea, hand that over. Don't necessarily do it at 3 o'clock in the morning, but let it help you sharpen it, question it, find the gap in it. That's the mirror. It's a sounding board that makes you more creative and more productive because it's clearing the noise so your actual thinking can get louder, not quieter, and it's not all the hoo-ha around the outsides of it. But if you're handing it a blank page and asking it to become you from nothing, that's no longer a mirror. That's a replacement. And nobody's found you interesting or your content interesting because you sound just like everybody else who did exactly the same thing yesterday. So here's how to use AI properly as a mirror and not just as this megaphone that's yelling at the internet. One, bring your raw thoughts. Bring that forward to AI always. Don't ask it to think for you. Give it your messy idea, then ask it to sharpen it. You want to generate something in, so it generates something out. Yours goes in and more of yours come out. So you're getting it to help you create something deeper. Number two is ask it what's actually missing, not just what to say. Instead of saying, write this for me, try something like, what am I not seeing here? Where is the gaps? That one shift turns it from just being like an empty ghostwriter into more of, let's call it a sparring partner where you bouncing off each other all the time. Number three would be push back the moment it starts sounding like everything else. If it feels too safe or too smooth or interchangeable with any other account that's out there, say so. Tell it plainly. It's just too polished. It's too corporate, that it doesn't sound like you, and make it earn its way back into your actual voice. So it sounds like, more of you. Number 4 is never let it soften what you actually meant. If it rounds off your edges all the time, name it, let it know. Don't sand that down. That's the whole point. If you're direct, being direct, that's not a bug that it needs to squash or try and fix. Number 5 is use it to find the gap, not just to fill the page. We see pages and pages of social media content right now, and it's the same boring shit. If you actually want to cut through all of that noise and you want to be saying the thing that's true to you, the thing that nobody else is saying, then that's what you want to be using AI to do. That's what's true to you. Let it help you find your sharpness, not manufacture more of the same volume that everybody else is just putting out there. Number 6, treat every output as the first line of a conversation. It's not just the finished answer. The magic isn't in what it gives you first. It's in the back and forth, the push, the refine, and push again. It's the nuances in your thoughts. That's where the magic is, until what's actually left is sounding more like you and something that you thought all about. It just helps you refine it and tighten it up. Number 7 is if you wouldn't say it, don't post it, don't share it. It's a simple filter. Everything you put on social media, you are the filter. You're the one that gets to shape it into you. Yeah. It's there to help you. You're the editor, not the outlet that just continues to distribute the same boring AI shit that is everywhere else.
A quick little pause to this episode. If you would like to see how women just like you and me are building an income and a business around what they're already doing using systems that carry the load so you get more time back, whatever that means for you and the season that you're currently in, DM me the word info and I'll show you exactly what it looks like.
And here's what I'd really love you to take from this. Our grandmothers heard this all the time from every room that they walked into. It was the conditioning. It was almost like it was a universal law at the time. And whilst generally it's becoming quite a version of it, we're still hearing it. Only now it comes from a piece of software trained to be agreeable, people-pleasing, polished, and safe by default. AI isn't the problem. Handing it the power to change your voice with none of yourself in there to push back, that is the biggest problem with AI currently. So bounce off it, push back onto it, make it work for you instead of quietly working you into something smoother, less true. Because the moment you stop editing what it gives you, you've stopped being the standard and you've started meeting somebody else's standard that's been set for you. In fact, you're meeting the standard of AI. Because here's the thing, gorgeous lady, you were never meant to meet the standard. You were meant to set the standard.